Okay, so I'm going to show you how to hook up the Honda HDS if it's not communicating with the computer. So here, I'll show you how to do this here. So the first thing when you have your program is you want to right click properties, and then you want to go to compatibility right there. Then you select run this in Windows 7. So when this diagnostic HDS runs, it'll say that it's from Windows 7. So you want to run it to Windows 7 compatibility. Then you want to run as administrator. So have these boxes checked. And the other thing you'll need to do is go back to device manager. I'm just showing you what works for me. This actually works a lot better on Windows 7 than it does on Windows 11. It connects a lot smoother, but it still works on Windows 11. So I'm going to show you the driver, and then I'll link the driver for free in the description of this channel. So I'll put it down in the link, and you can just download it from my Google Drive, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So, all right. So what kind of driver you want to have is you want to have universal or USB serial CH340, and you want to set that to comms. And if it's not connecting, here, I'll show you something. If it's not connecting, don't mess around with like the settings in here other than putting it on COM1, because I've messed with all that before and it made no difference. It actually caused it not to connect. So yeah, don't mess around with all this stuff. Even here, advanced, set it to COM1, but don't mess around. Just keep that checked and then leave all this other stuff alone. You don't need to mess with any of that stuff. My dog is sneezing. Okay, so all right. And the thing is what drivers you want to use is you want to use the CH340 or actually they're 2019. So you don't want to use like the 2025 one. They were working, but since a couple updates came out with Windows a couple months ago, they stopped working. And here we go, driver details. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. You can see it right in here. See right here, driver version right there, 3.519. That's the one you want to have, and that's the one I'm going to link in the description, is the 2019 drivers. And those are the ones that I do know. Other ones will work too, but I'd say these drivers are the best ones for this. Is Windows 11 64-bit on my laptop here. This connects perfectly fine if I use Windows 7 on my other laptop. It's just super slow, and I can't connect to the internet because I have to upgrade the Wi-Fi card. It's too old. And let me see, I think I'm trying to cover everything. Yeah, make sure this thing right here is connected. Your data link connector, anytime you do something, you're going to need to unplug the data link connector and plug it in. And these lights right here, so if you have a solid green, you're good. If it's communicating, this light right here, this orange one or yellow, it'll start blinking. So here, I'll show you here in a second what it should look like. But yeah, you need these drivers. I'll link them in the description. Oh yeah, and if you want to know who she is, she's Hope St. Clair. I'm writing a novel. Like, I'm on page 200. I don't know, I'm like had 120,000 words or something. But it's a novel I'm coming out with. It's basically yeah, I don't think I should tell too much about it. But if you're wondering, yeah, I designed that with Photoshop and AI, and it took me, I don't know, I spent like a year here and there working on it. I changed her armor a bit and all that. But here, I'll set the HDS real quick. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's communicating. Hold on. So yeah, see right there, if you have that right there, it means it's working. If it's just blinking in the middle and it's a yellow light, that means it's gonna work. And you can see it's loading. All right, and so I'm gonna go up here and hit previous VIN, and it'll load my information, but I don't want to bring it up on camera, so give me a second here. All right, I'm loading that info. I have to fill out a couple things real quick. All right, There we go. All right, see it's connecting, and see how it's flashing right there? See, it's slow. On Windows 7, this is a lot faster. It's just a lot slower on Windows 11. Okay, there we go. So we're in. Oh yeah, and some interesting things too is so I can take the K-Pro board out of my ECU and start the car, and it'll run with a check engine light. I've never driven it like that, but it runs. And I thought that was interesting. And the other thing is too, when I have the immobilizer bypassed in K-Pro, it won't allow me to program the immobilizer. So if this ECU I plugged in right now is the one without K-Pro, so it'll connect to the immobilizer. But that's how you know it's working. See right there, bam. So if I go to immobilizer setup, please wait, you can see communication. And if you have a problem with anything, this light will turn red, and then you're gonna have to disconnect the data link connector. But yeah, you can see this works. And let me make sure, I don't think I forgot anything else. If you're having problems with this, trying to think what other, I think that covers pretty much it. If you're still having connection issues or constant red lights, then this HDS is probably bad. And the last thing you can do if this isn't working is open it up. There's screws on the bottom. Take it apart and check the solder joints. And if the solder joints are bad, resolder them. But I think I'll end the video here. This has been kind of long, so have a good one. Hopefully you can connect to the HDS.